The old man raised his gun and aimed at the man. To the man's surprise, he didn't shoot, he just ordered him to take off his clothes. Although confused, the man had no choice but to comply. He stripped down until he was wearing nothing but his underwear. Then the old man pointed in a direction and told him to walk that way. With no other option, the man started walking nearly naked into the desert. It didn't take long for him to realize the old man wanted him to die from heat and thirst. But when the old man later picked up his binoculars, he saw the man desperately running towards something. Soon, the man leapt into a deep ravine. Relying on memory, he found the entrance to a cave, hurriedly pulled away the rocks, and crawled inside. Just then, he heard the sound of the old man's car. Though he had managed to slip inside in time, the dust cloud he'd stirred up gave away his location. The cave had belonged to the man's grandfather, who had already been killed by the old man. Inside, the man found a pair of shoes and a supply map his grandfather had left behind. On the back of the map was a photo of the two of them. Staring at it, the man swore to take revenge on the old man. But by then, the old man had found the cave's entrance. He lit a stick of dynamite and threw it inside, then ran back out. The man heard the explosion and bolted toward the exit. Just as he made it out, a thunderous blast collapsed the entire cave behind him. The old man, now intrigued by the man's will to survive, told him to take off the shoes and keep walking. Once the man had gone far enough, he pulled out the map and looked for the nearest supply point. Following the markings, he found the first one. He dug up a water container and, overwhelmed with relief, held it high and began drinking. But just a few gulps in, a gunshot rang out. The old man had shot the container, sending water flying. The life-saving water spilled onto the ground. The man was devastated. Overwhelmed by thirst and heat, he collapsed to the ground. Seeing this, the old man raised his gun and fired 3 more shots, deliberately missing, striking the ground around him. When the man didn't move, the old man assumed he was dead and drove off. But before he could even make it out of the desert, he suddenly spotted the man again, standing on a mountain ridge. Realizing he'd been fooled, the old man furiously turned the car around and headed for the base of the mountain. He got out, rifle in hand, and began aiming. But just then, the man ducked into another cave. It was the second supply point. The man hadn't had a drop of water in ages. He thought he'd finally get to drink his fill, but that hope quickly faded. The water pool inside was completely dry.